damage that's sustained. They ban it with the Alpha, as predicted. Where EVOS, they're thinking that there's going to be something like a Roger, something to really supplement this close-range diving composition. If you want to try and do this, I think it's very realistic. And I feel like crowd control becomes something of a prio. If Team Liquid really wants to go in and they are afraid of the counter engage, the Minotaur should be something that they're concerned about. The Terista even, if they're really thinking that the Edith might be a rogue pick already. Oh, Tigreal.
Banning the Tigreal kind of for himself, I guess. Dreams known for one of the best Tigreals in Indonesia, but TLID, it feels like now, what do they ban? Do they want to just limit again the jungler for gaze? Yeah, it's going to be the Nolan. Annabelle, very known for his Nolan. Interesting option. It's going to be much less if you want to play the assassin. It left something like a Joy or what other assassins are left here?
Oh, the Joy is a good point there, Shevin, because we've been hearing a lot about how fast that Joy can farm. Now when you can spam out the electrifying beats, we can really clear the jungle very, very fast. We're not going to see just yet if that will be the option for EVOS, but with the glue pick right here, trying to match up to Team Liquid when it comes to sustainability, I think it's going to be a bit different though. Maybe the glue can really jump on the Hylas, right? Stick on the Hylas and then, like, you know, spam out the spells and make it difficult for the Hylas to just move towards the backline. That could be an option. That means that the whole stopping effect is only reliant on the Edith.
Edith, of course, still able to be flexed, as well as the glue. For Team Liquid ID, they're able to cone down the choices of Annabelle in the jungle. No more assassins that might look viable to fare off against the Fanny, and now Team Liquid ID, they will pick up the Herald and the Cho. Cho roam?
Yeah, for sure, but well, I think there's a small chance for it going to the SP lane, but really picking up a hero that's known for Yaoi?
Yeah, he's gonna be the apprentice.
That's a lot of burden, man. That's a huge shoes to fill for Willy, the mutant in this game. And now, of course, Strateg. What's the answer here? They haven't picked up a jungler yet. Against a Fanny, against a Chal, a whole lot of CC. I feel like in like season 10 or something, they would pick a Martis, but I don't think it's really viable anymore in this kind of situation.
X-Borg again, maybe? Could be an option. Maybe that's what Team Liquid is trying to do.
Oh, Lancelot!
Oh, wow!
Here we go!
Annabelle!
The Lancelot that wrecks Geek Fam to the ground in the last playoff. I know that for sure. Yeah, Annabelle. A lot of showboard, I guess, in that Lancelot. With you already like up like 8k gold lead. Let's see though, against a Fanny, against this kind of composition.
Against a Cho. Yeah. And against a Hylas, a targeted point and click stun. It's going to be dangerous for the Lancelot to come in and try and find the targets, especially because the backline is a Sushin that's kind of tanky, kind of maneuverable, and it's a Harith with built-in sustain as well. I think the Lancelot is going to find it quite difficult as Aran comes in with the vengeance here. A different look compared to the revitalized Hyla strategy.
Also take a look at the late game potential from EVOS. It's not and the 1.5 difference. It's Harith, it's Fanny. It's an early game composition from TLID. They're gonna try their luck on how to close this match. Is it gonna be the Cavalry, Team Liquid, Indonesia, or is it gonna be the White Tigers and EVOS a glory? Into the land of dawn we go!
Back again in game number 2 this time around. It will be very, very spicy. That Fanny faring up against the Lancelot. How do you vision this matchup to be, Arashi?
I think the Lancelot will have a bit of advantage when it comes to clear. The Fanny though, man, the fact that it's on Fabian here makes things a bit more interesting. There's not a way to set up though, as you can see here in the mid lane. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, Clockund, we've lifted up. Oh, he flickers away. Dreams, the next one on the Mendio. He flickers and shatters the earth. But oh my goodness, Yehaskiel will get the first blood with that fluttering grace, or rather that lantern flare.
Sometimes you just gotta stay away from the ballsy play, man. You just gotta flicker out, not in, and try to make an outplay. But this is the matchup that we've seen before in game number 1. Grants now on the Moskov. Meanwhile, Aaron Chiki on the Harith. Can somehow Aaron Chiki wins out once again on the 1v1?
Out of turntables in that gold lane. But Dreams, he tries to make those outplays, man. That's just the way he is. Looking at the emblem by IndieHome by Telkomsel. all the tenacities on the side of EVOS, they're here for a brawl. They know that against a Sushin, against a Hylos, Team Liquid will be able to rope them into such a fight. But look at Annabelle.
Puncture and Witty, able to dodge the air shatter. And here comes Fabian, just rolling and twisting around. But no casualties taken down the mid lane.
I am a no Fanny player, but that was pretty smooth. Like, the cables looks kind of effortless in a way. There's no downtime, there's no like delay on the, the turns. So that's a good sign, I guess, for Fabian.
And the mid lane combo here is really, really good. I mean, the Cho has so much brawling potential, sustainability, mobility, but more importantly, wave clear as well, because the Sushin kind of struggles, but look at Fabian beating out the Spear of Misery, potentially going for a re-engagement on the bottom side, Aran.
Here they go with the Lantern Flare. Yeskiel unable to get the stacks towards Glocken, but he does pick up Fluffy in that process. Witty just zoning around with this Cho, trying to open up the map and scout for potential EVOS Glory players.
Look at Witty just opening the map, and again, he can help out with the wave clear because the Sushin sometimes struggles to clear the waves really, really fast. Look at this move though, immediately onto the turtle. They didn't even clear the mid lane, they're just going straight for it.
So much potential of zoning and tools that they given in the hands of Team Liquid ID. They're able to get a free turtle, uncontested.
Where's the last time you've seen this? A Fanny, the first one to pull the trigger on a turtle and actually gaining it or like retroing it without any contest whatsoever. I guess against a Lancelot, it's possible to do. Meanwhile, Witty.
Looking very scary there. Dreams pops the earth shatter, but doesn't really get it. And now Annabelle with the puncture. The kick is perfect! And Annabelle evaporates in the hands of the rookies by Team Liquid ID, and they're able to get such a surprising play.
I told you, man, synergy ain't a problem. That was, he knows what Fabian wants and just served it, man. The dimes from Witty.
There's definitely clear communications behind that play. Look at the top side though, Iron Shaky. No!
He's able to synchro vision inside, and the Zaman Force is there to back up the players of Team Liquid ID. Dreams will just get taken down with the tornado and the cutthroat. Not enough just to kill Brandt, but there it goes, Iron Shaky. And they get everything as EVOS Glory. They lose everything as well.
A perfect start for a Fanny Calm. You have 4 kills in 4 minutes, pretty much 1 kill per minute. My goodness, they're going for the win, just install GoPay and use the redeem code GoPay FTW.
As Dreams and Witty, once again, just attempting to go for a big play with the Dragon though, so early on.
The kick kind of misses, but Annabelle now it's his time to jump in the backline of Fabian, just pinning around, spinning unstoppable. And here comes Fabian again. The cutthroat is there, so good towards Dreams. It's not going to be a dream, it is a nightmare.
See what I mean, Rashi? There's really no error on the cables. Usually when we see MPL ID Fannies, you can see 1 or 2 cables being executed not properly by Fabian. We haven't seen it at all.
It's just so difficult, man. He has so much space here off the back of Witty and Aran, and even Yeskiel. I mean, early in the top side, it's so unfortunate for EVOS that they went for a play, but everything just seems to go wrong right there. Spear of Destruction does not land. It does expose that Team Liquid is on the turtle, so EVOS will try and rotate, try and find something. But look at the pressure, man. The mobility advantage of the Fanny and Cho is a lot.
Oh my god!
What?
Stop it!
There you go!
The assassin assassinates Glocken, and this time around Fluffy. Not so Fluffy. The grab will be able to hold on to Witty, but he will get out. The Lantern Flare is there. The stack is enough to pick him up. And there goes Jit Kundo, but not yet enough to kill and take down Fluffy. But where did Fabian come from? He's able to gap this game. And the Fanny wreaks havoc for Team Liquid ID.
Go in, get a kill, and bye-bye. He might get another one here. Oh my goodness gracious, Fabian. If you get that, this MPL ID arena will be brought down the roofs.
Run. Spear of Destruction not enough, and he will be able to just run away. My goodness me, Rashi. What happened?
What happened?
Fabian happened!
Fabian happened, man. It's coming along left and right, and this composition that Team Liquid has drafted, it is just ruthless. They have all the sustainability and the front line to even go for such a dive earlier. You saw that dive was unorchestrated, kind of messy, and even then, they were almost able to take down Fluffy, a glue.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're just unable to take out the players of Team Liquid ID. They're so fast, so quick, and they have so much zoning tools as well. And take a look at Yaskill with Lantern Flare, always trying to pick up the players of EVOS Glory. The 7-0 lead will just be hemorrhaging towards the players of EVOS Glory. This is going to be very scary though. Dreams jumps in, the onwards misses, and really looking for a kick, but he misses it himself. Now Yaskill with Lantern Flare still able to lock Dreams in place, but Fluffy will be able to get Witty. Though Brands in the backline to dish out the damage, not enough though. Brands still alive, and in the backline Yaskill having to deal with Fluffy. Fluffy flickers out, and a run stuck in the middle of the fight. He will be okay. And Aran will disengage as the players of EVOS, they lose one.
Interesting decision-making from Fabian. He was there for a solid 15 seconds and never thought of just going in team fight. When you have a fan, you can pretty much catch to any team fight whatsoever from the mid lane to bot lane, and he didn't go for it. That was interesting to say the least.
It's a great show of discipline as well. He might have thought that with Witty missing the engage with the Way of the Dragon, it's a bit too difficult to kind of force it. Now though, he's going for this purple buff, and he will be around for the big fight, but look at this.
Uh-oh, Dreams having to catch Aran in that process. Witty looking for a kick, and it connects towards Fluffy. Fluffy able to pop the grab, but the back line! Fabian again and again with his cables and his swords takes down EVOS Glory, but Annabelle now having to escape, and Aaron Shiki gets out unscathed, but in the meantime, the turnaround happens, and Fabian alongside Yaskill and Aran has to be taken down. 3-4-2.
Finally a breath of fresh air, especially Fabian goes down. That is a shutdown for EVOS, and now the gold lead. Only about 1.7k gold lead going to the first load, so it is pretty much surprisingly everyone's game, and Annabelle wants to blitz this.
They want to contest this. The kick connects towards Dreams, and Dreams is down. The Lord so low, but Annabelle thankfully gets the kill. Now Brands having to run away. He jumps forward, flashes forward, and Fabian will take him down. Brands not able to live to his namesake. As EVOS Glory, they get the Lord, but they lose Brands.
Ooh, this is a situation that you don't want to be when you're playing this kind of composition, Arashi. But oh, that is a War X on a Fanny.
It's a War X on the Fanny, so he's playing a bit more brawl heavy as Fluffy comes back in with the Radiant Armor as well. A great mix of damage coming in, and Annabelle makes a play for your Haskill like he did in the previous Lord fight. But as long as Team Liquid stays together, they have the big advantage here. With the Ice Queen's one completed for your Haskill as well, if they move as a unit, right, 5-man Death Ball, there's no way for EVOS to really find ways to capitalize the same way they did in the previous fight.
Oh, you know, he knows. He smells something stinky there. Brands and also Greenfield try to make a play, especially with the two clickers that they have. Good recognition, meanwhile though, Fabian.
Oh, so scary with the steel cables. Fluffy unable to take him down, but Fabian still dances with the cables and the swords. And the very much mobile hero in the hands of that Fanny.
In the midst of things though, that's gonna be a turret falling for Team Liquid ID here, taken by Brands in the middle of that fight. So they bought a lot of time by just making sure that they're gonna be forcing members of Team Liquid to kind of sit around in the mid lane. Around now tries to open the map, but now you can see that Nightmare Spawn becomes a big problem. It scouts, it pokes and harasses, and for EVOS, that's what they have to try and do here, try and delay the initial fight. Because for Team Liquid, it's very, you know, all in whenever they engage. They can't really half engage into a fight.
And now Weedy doesn't have that push that he had before, because the damage from EVOS Glory is definitely enough to kind of burst him down. And so, that is why so far the tension and the tempo of TLID has been kind of dying down in the last like 2 minutes. Weedy hasn't been able to make a play just yet, and Aran will be the frontliner for TLID. The horse is leading the charge. Very poetic there. Not really. Yeah, 1k gold lead still for TLID. This is also like why Fanny is not really a hero that you want to pick in a Game 7, because once you make a mistake, Arashi, it is so hard to recover. And so far, TLID has only made one mistake when Fabian got taken down, and look where they're at right now. There was like 1k gold swing or so in that instance.
But look at the adjustment from Team Liquid. They're not going for a lot of these big brawls anymore. They're just sitting up together, in case a fight does happen, and they send Fabian to the bottom side. Look at the concealed play though. They smell Dreams and Brands.
Concealed play, and Dreams able to cut back and peel for his carry, but Brands, he is gone, eliminated. As Fabian again just dancing around with the cables, and now Fluffy having to take the damage given, and TLID, they will try to disengage, charge back, retreat, 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 as Dreams and Brands no longer able to stand tall.
The scenes when you pick Kazask, man, you can't really catch up once you're positioning your Nightmaric spawn on a certain target, on a certain area. You can't really catch up unless you have a Ice Queen wand, but they're not gonna build it, as Witty will just scout the area for Fabian to take this Lord freely. TLID up 10 kills and 2.5k gold lead.
Great calls from Team Liquid, man. Taking out the gold lane and the roam right before the Lord, and even then, making sure that the Cho stays in the front on the off chance that the Lancelot, that Annabelle wants to make a play. Now with the Lord at their backs, they are the ones that can kind of decide where to go for a fight, and you have to keep your eyes open on Witty. At this point, with all the waves pushing in their favor, the Cho has to be the one to make the play happen. If you look at the item build though, that's an antique cuirass built up by Fabian. So he's fully geared up for the 1v1 type of situation here against Annabelle.
For sure, especially when Annabelle is usually the one that's gonna take care of the far lane on its own, because Brand's a bit too dangerous there if you wanna stay alone and try to clear the lane. Meanwhile, the Lord's about to crash.
And this Fanny also kind of has the ability to activate the side lanes, means that he also has that extra survivability with the antique cuirass. A bit much more tanky and able to just deflect the damages coming in towards Fabian. So of course that side lane pressure will always be existent in the hands of that Fanny.
Ooh, three-wave push, but look at Annabelle.
Oh, almost assassinated the S-kill, but Annabelle! Oh, thankfully though, Fabian does not want to dive any further into the base. And they crack the bottom turret wide open, the Lord up top, taken down. Annabelle, his life flashed before his eyes.
He got that salad fingers, man. That long fingers that can do a lot of things. Yeah, Fabian so far 8-1-2. Not a half-decent debut, I gotta say, on his assassins. The hype is real, and okay. Look at that. See what I mean?
He's just having fun.
Bro,
he's having fun with the cables.
He is showboating,
Bobbing
man.
and weaving.
I thought Annabelle was gonna showboat on the Lancelot, but no, Fabian. He's just doing that for the sake of doing it.
a great creative way to showboat. We've seen several this season, but that might be the most flashy one, I would say, on the Fanny. We haven't seen a Fanny reach the Land of Dawn too often in this season, and you're seeing why. 8-1, split push threat, and still having teamfight presence here. It's definitely a tough situation for EVOS to try and deal with. They do have the onward Earthshatter combo, but that's the only thing they can use to try and stop this Fanny. And if you think that the Fanny is a first pick for Team Liquid, EVOS really thought that they can really deal with this purely using the Moskov.
Yeah, a bit too underestimative towards Fabian, and it's not really a bad thing to do either. He's coming in from MDL Indonesia, and a lot of dubs usually centered around these players that came from the lower league, going to MPL, the pressure, the burden that you have to kind of like take when you're playing on the highest level in MPL Indonesia. The social media hates. It is a normalcy by now in MPL Indonesia.
It sure is.
It's another Lord take for these two teams. Let's see what's gonna happen. Aaron Shiki will try to burst this down to half HP.
Yeah, the Lord. Half HP already, and Team Liquid ID eyeing on that Lord. But the S-kill with the Lantern Flare, just again zoning out the players of EVOS. Glory dissuading them, and a run opens up the glorious pathway. There comes Fabian swinging in, runs under pressure, peril towards him, and now Fluffy having to pop the immortality, looking for a defensive play. Annabelle just pops his puncture and goes away, but meanwhile Fluffy having to bite the bullet for EVOS Glory. They lose their frontliner, and this Lord wide open.
Look at the immediate response right there. Fanny going to the top side, pushing the wave out. It's going to crash with an advantage for Team Liquid. It will start pushing in favor of their side, I believe. So now with that in mind, EVOS have to try and make a quick reaction here for the Lord, because otherwise, Team Liquid, look at the decisiveness.
Yep. Gonna be a blitz from Aaron Sheik and also Fabian, but I just want to shed a light more towards that skirmish earlier, man, because I don't think that was an MDL level call in Indonesia, you know? Because you have a Fanny that's waiting on the far side to kind of pick off some of the far laner from EVOS. Meanwhile, the lore is just a pure bait for them. Those calls, I don't think it happens in MDL, man, and they're showing in MPL.
If you can take the Lord and play around it, that's great. If you can use the Lord to get other advantages, that's even more high level. And Team Liquid is showing that they in fact do have it. And look at the wave management. 3-wave push once again.
Yeah, EVOS now under pressure. The final execution cancelled. And Fluffy able to get out. No, he won't be able to. Aaron Shiki gets the kill. It's Annabelle who lives to tell the tale. And he comes back to his teammates, looking to help and aid and assist in this team fight, which obviously is won by Team Liquid ID. They're looking for that engagement. The Crimson Beacon pop, giving an extra shield. And yes, Kiel with the task of zoning out the players with EVOS Glory EVOS. They can't deal with the damages coming in from Team Liquid ID.
Only one inhibitor turret left for EVOS Glory. This is something that they may not foreseen before they played this game. They thought it's gonna be an easy matchup against this MTL level players, but it turns out it's not gonna be the case. And Aran,
the glorious pathway. Fabian looking to swing back, and the kick connects to Dreams. Immortality popped in. Phantom execution by Annabelle went so low. Yes, Kiel gets Annabelle, and Fluffy having to pop the split and now run away from the atrocities of Team Liquid ID. Annabelle tested his limits. And Team Liquid is his limit.
It just was not enough. Team Liquid with the pushback, the kite back away immediately from danger. They use the glorious pathway to bait out several responses from EVOS, and once that's done, they know that they have what it takes to just back away. And Annabelle, desperate to try and do something for his team, to create an opening in the midst of the darkness, he just gets punished completely.
man, like, I see a lot of Fanny players in MPL Indonesia, and most of them just use Fanny in a way that, oh no,
he's playing again.
They want to play like go in, 2 cables, ultimate, then first kill and go out. That's usually the format for MPL ID Fannies, but this time around, I can see what they're picked by. He's picking the War X, man. He's there to stay. He knows the limits of Fanny. He knows how to manage his cables to be able to use his energy efficiently. So that's why a lot of times in this kind of situation, he was able to stay in team fight longer than a lot of Fanny in Indonesia would.
Looking at the items, by the way, it's a 4K gold lead for Team Liquid, but both teams are approaching their final items. Annabelle picking up the Malefic Roar as his final item right here, on top of a BOD, an Endless Battle, and a Hunter Strike, and the War X too. Damage is available for both teams. It all comes down to execution. And with Team Liquid already securing 2 base turrets with their early game, mid game efforts, they're gonna have a lot of better time doing so as Brands tries to set up for something right here. But look at Aran immediately zoning Fluffy out.
Yeah, the zoning potential is there, and Fabian looking for an assassination again, but pops the immortality of Fluffy. He's back online. No, he won't be for that long. Now in the backline, Dreams having to pop his Primal Wrath, run away. Phantom execution from Annabelle, not able to catch someone. The spear is there. Will Brands jump now? It's the time. But yes, Kiel with the Lantern Flare. Just again, zoning. Brands so low! And yes, Kiel gets Brands. The spear so dull, and the future so miserable for Brands and EVOS.
He drops a whole robot onto his face. Brands didn't really get the knockup on towards the perfect target, but he knows how to use that lantern perfectly. And now TLID has the green light to blitz this one as Annabelle is shown on the map. Rush to this game. Oh man, Fabian, everyone. Like, I feel like a lot of people from EVOS are kind of tunnel vision and threat from Fabian, but they realize that Aaron Chiki is a problem. Aaron is a problem. Everyone is a problem.
It's crazy, man. The shot call from Team Liquid is unreal right now. I would love to hear the communications to see who's actually making all these calls, because it's coming out so neatly, and even how they actually play out the fights. You saw in that fight Annabelle trying to flank around, trying to find an angle of entry, but Witty was just on him the whole time, just zoning him out, preventing him from going in until it's way, way too late. Now with the Lord, Team Liquid ID, can they finally close out this game against the DPS coming in from EVOS, against all the defensive tools they have? It's a dire do moment, man.
Yeah, that's a concern, right? Because it has been 21 minutes, but Team Liquid ID still can't close out the game. This might be it. This might be the moment where they close it out. The glorious pathway is there, and Aaron Chicky gets the turret, and there goes Fluffy up in the airs, and Annabelle looking for a duel himself, but he's unable to access that backline. Where is Fabian? No energy with the cables now, and look at EVOS glory they hold. This is the concern, Arashi. This is the biggest concern. Will Team Liquid ID be able to close it out?
Without a big engage tool for Team Liquid to start off a fight, only relying on the Cho for pickoff, it's so difficult. No real way to go for pickoffs or engages. All they're relying on is being able to back away and shut down EVOS when EVOS goes for a fight. They have to wait for even stronger, even more improved Lords before they can even crack the base open. EVOS playing this desperately, man. They are not willing to go down to the cavalry.
They're not willing to go out from their home base here. Just gonna stick around my crystal because Fabian is there. A lot of threats coming in from TLID, and Iran actually bought that winter crown just for safety. The direst of moments, he needs that.
He's trying to make sure that he has something to bait out some spells from EVOS. You look at the late game, it's Brands, right? The king of the marksman back then on the Moskov. It's Dreams on an Edith with a Starlium. That's insane DPS output. And of course, Clockun being on the Zask with the damage output and with the survivability of the Double D, the Dominator's Descent. There's so many ways for EVOS to defend this. Team Liquid, I wonder if they're gonna go for a Lord, or are they gonna try and maybe opt for something different, right? They have the tools available. If they want to try and attempt something of a split push, that is something they can still very much do.
I feel like they're just waiting for an overextension from EVOS. Otherwise, they're just gonna wait for the Lord.
Now the question is that Fabian can't keep on sniping and assassinating the players of EVOS Glory. They're becoming more tanky. Fluffy is tanky. Clockman can pop the DD when the steel cables come, coming into the base, or that clash, and Dreams as well. With the Primal Wrath form, is able to just be much more of a threat towards Team Liquid ID now. Then you start being concerned for Team Liquid ID.
All right, man. With all three base turrets down, Team Liquid will definitely have the setup advantage. How will they play this out, though? You can see that EVOS, in their attempt to be safer, they're allowing the minions to go all the way into their base right there. That could be something that can be exploited as Team Liquid starts up the Lord. But no, they're just waiting. I think they want to try and find a huge moment first. Instead of going for a Lord that's guaranteed, they want to bait EVOS into a fight, get some of the death timers rolling. At 24 minutes, this should come down to about 50 seconds out of the Land of Dawn if you get taken out.
Or maybe do what Dreams cannot do in the first game, take on the Moskov on the far side, because so far Brands is not showing himself. But opening up, Fluffy pulls the trigger.
Here comes the fight. Fluffy jumping in with a split, and Yaskill will pop him back to the pit. But here comes your Chatter. The spear is well connecting, and Dreams so low, stunned down, and Witty will catch him with Fabian there, looking for the assassination and the killing spree. Aaron Chicky though so low, popping the immortality. Will he be able to get out the Winter Crown swap? So quick, so agile, and Fluffy next to the chopping block, able to pop the immortality as well. Just blows out to pieces by Aaron Chicky. 1 minute death timers. Is it going to be enough for Team Liquid ID to push their agenda to the crystal?
I thought Team Liquid were going to go for a fight and try and find more plays when there's still 2 members out of the map for 40 seconds, but they still go for the Lord right here. Annabelle trying to make the play to win the game.
Annabelle, so scary. He's puncturing away, but the immortality is there. Phantom Execution no longer ready. Thorn Rose not enough. Annabelle pulling the trigger alone, and this time it won't shoot. The spear is there, and the teleport yet to be pressed as Aran looking to tag the Lord, and Clockun also waiting by the wings. Will this be the end for EVOS Glory? DD popped up by the Zaz in the hands of Clockun. Aran looking to just tank it out. Fabian cabling around. Brands unable to just get the kill, but there goes down. Aran having to tank that, and Brands now steps forward. Yes, Gil so low. Witty jumps with the kick. Brands still able to flip the coin and come out as Mr. Fantastic. No, he won't. But there goes Clockun. And the Fabian with the cable. Will he be able to catch Brands? No, he won't be able to. And Team Liquid ID Still they falter. EVOS Glory pulls it into the line.
A whole lot of sacrifice for that single Lord. And I feel like it's going to be no problem for EVOS to take care of this one, especially when they have Grants. But that was the Lantern. I feel like if he didn't pull that one, or maybe just disposition Grants, really would have been able to kick Grants and save the Haskell. A game of inches, Harashi.
A lack of synergy in the last fatal moment. Despite getting the Lord, now they're the ones stuck with an uneven death timer. EVOS were the ones with 3 members down. One at 40 seconds, one at 16 seconds. There were moments where Team Liquid can try and get something, but now they're going to be forced to give up the mid turret. And it's back to the slow grind, and they're still waiting for Aran to respond.
Oh my goodness. Tier 2 turret up in the menu. Fabian again just bobbing and weaving, creating that fake pressure. Trying to dissuade the players of EVOS Glory to further extend their reach towards that base. Still too close to call it a comeback. But EVOS Glory, they're up in the hills now.
We said it earlier, it's a early game composition that somehow still holds on until minute number 27 for TLID. But right now, the only advantage that TLID has is the map. They have 3 or 4 turrets still intact, still healthy. So they have to use that advantage to their favor somehow, some way, because if you're just gonna go 5v5, it's not looking very good against Brands.
With that damage output, it definitely is a bit too difficult. You saw that in the fight though. Haskell is doing a great job making sure that Brands can't really walk forward. It's a flicker Moskov with no Purify, so he is just so susceptible to getting stunned up, to getting tossed around by the Wheel of the Dragon, by the Lantern Flare as well. So Team Liquid, they definitely have more control, but right there, the call to go for the Lord and risk it even though they are low, to not even recall, by the way, to get back to full HP, I think really costed them. That allowed EVOS that small window of opportunity, and now they are the ones 1,006, 1.7k gold ahead, and there's no death timers, there's no real advantage here that Team Liquid can kind of use. In 20 seconds, it's back to the waiting game, where technically I think it comes down to Fabian and Brands, right? Can they make the moments happen? Can they find something? Something of a split push, something to control the map in favor of their team.
And you would be forgiven for thinking that this is a one-sided game when you take a look at the scoreboard, 22-7. But in the Land of Dawn, it isn't really a one-sided game. I mean, sure, for the first 10 minutes it was, but EVOS Glory now, even with their soldiers and their tigers falling apart, they're still able to at least bite back into the backs of Team Liquid ID.
The fact that right now TLID doesn't have that traditional marksman that has the Hask Claws, has that lot of lifesteal on their hands. Aaron Shiki is the only real DPS that they have, and taking this Lord, it's gonna be a tough test, even though he's just alone there. He has to somehow maybe build a concentrated energy, but he doesn't have that. Let's see though, what's gonna be the gameplay here from TLID?
He's dancing for the Lord once more. Fluffy looking for a chance to try and get in, make a play happen. They don't see Fabian. Now they spot Aran though, but it's a high loss, right? Way too tanky, way too strong. And if you're looking at the items though, this is a high loss without a Thunderbelt. It's a full tank high loss with a Vengeance. So he won't have the benefit of stacking up that hybrid defense.
Yeah, and Brand's just in the base, clearing out the waves. He knows he can join the fight with the Spear of Destruction contingent to how he will hit it.
No.
And there comes Fluffy in the back line, popping the split, having to run away. The kick is there, connecting towards him. The grab towards Witty is there. Dreams with the good knock up, but Annabelle gets Arrow Chicky, and now they lose their main damage dealer. However, Yaskill wants to fight back with the Lantern Flare, flickers forward. Annabelle having that immortality, and now Fabian will be able to get the snipe. He won't, he's stuck in the back line, and Dreams just tanking for his team. EVOS Glory again. They force the issue, and they're able to prolong their lives in this game.
60 seconds without Aaron Shiki. This is the window for EVOS Legends to capitalize on. But they don't have the map. They have to be careful of the far lane also, because you also have Fabian on the other side.
You're finally seeing adjustments from Fabian as well. He's done with playing as a center as well.
Whoa! Fabian again. An orchestra of cheers created by one man with his cables and his swords, unable to assassinate Brands.
He went for the BOD there, immediately had his sights onto Brands. But look at this, Fluffy trying to be an annoyance, but Aran will have his number.
They grab towards Yaskiel. Crimson, Beacon.
Uh-oh,
Will be
Fabian.
popped up.
Fabian.
Fabian. Oh, looking for the 1v1. He's stuck! Rans catches the assassinated. And now the Lord taken down by Annabelle. Team Liquid ID. They have to run for the hills as EVOS Glory. The White Tigers, their claws unearthed and their fangs biting back the cavalry.
Branson, it ain't over till it's over. A simple mistake getting pinned to the wall by Fabian. Most possibly the only mistake he made in this game. And it cost him so much. This might be the ending of the game number 2. It's gonna be hard for them to defend from this one. It's a Fanny, it's a Chow, the wave clear. I don't think it's enough.
With the Sushin being a DPS source, not really a burst mage source, the clear is going to be so difficult. And look at EVOS already prepping the waves. With the empowered waves already pushing towards their side instead, it's going to be a bit difficult, but several turrets are definitely going to fall. And look at the top side, man. That's the one that EVOS are eyeing. They want that base turret, man.
EVOS Glory, their fangs now showing. The Lord crashes into the top side turret, but this time around, Dreams looking for the knockup. Aaron Shiki unable to be stuck in. The Zaman forces out. Winnie taken down to such low HP. Aaron Shiki, he's burning down. The Winnicron is there, and now the Glorious Pathway unable to give them way towards the backline of Team Liquid ID. They hold, but not for longer. As the crystal falls, EVOS Glory, they roar.
How the hell did that happen? The composure, the patience this team has. Trust in teammates. They know what they excel at and capitalize on it. EVOS Glory equalizes the match. After the atrocious early game, courtesy of Fabian, they somehow bounce back and toss the cavalry to the ground.
You can say whatever you want about EVOS,